All right, let's get right into this, because it's a big one. What if I told you that the secret to massive success isn't about working harder? What if it's actually about being, well, lazier? I know, it sounds completely backward, but according to millionaires, it is the absolute key.
Look, we've all been sold this idea that you have to grind, to hustle, to outwork everybody else. It's everywhere. But the real truth, the thing that separates the truly successful from the people who are just spinning their wheels, is learning how to be strategically lazy. Now, this isn't about doing nothing, not at all. It's about doing less to achieve way more.
So I have to ask you, what if that whole hustle mindset is the very thing that's holding you back? Seriously, what if the real path to wealth and freedom is the exact opposite of everything you've ever been told? Let's break down this counterintuitive secret that millionaires are using to get way, way ahead.
And that leads us right into the core idea here, the millionaire laziness paradox. It's a total mindset shift. This is not about sitting on the couch binging Netflix. It's a calculated, deliberate system for focusing your energy only on the things that create exponential results.
So here's the thing you've got to understand. Success isn't measured by how packed your calendar is or how long your to-do list gets. That's just motion. Real success is measured by your impact. And the highest achievers, they aren't the busiest people. They are masters of elimination. They protect their focus by ruthlessly cutting out everything else that just doesn't matter.
So, let's get into the first pillar and see how this all works. You have to protect your focus like it's your most valuable asset. Because, well, it is. If you're always available, constantly reacting to notifications and messages, you're basically signing up for mediocrity. The very first step is to start ignoring almost everyone.
And here's a super simple, tactical system you can literally start using today. First, create a VIP list on your phone. For a guy like serial entrepreneur Dan Martell, that list is just 2 people, his wife and his executive assistant. That's it. Everyone else can wait. Second, you schedule just 2 blocks of time a day to check your messages, maybe 11:30 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. Third, outside of those 2 blocks, you ignore it all. You have to fight for your focus. This simple system puts you back in control, not your phone.
This quote right here just completely changes how you see your inbox. Think about it. Your email is a to-do list that literally anyone in the world can just dump stuff on without your permission. You do not have to reply just because somebody sends you a message. Taking back your success starts with taking back your inbox.
Okay, so once you've protected your headspace, we move on to the second pillar. You have to outsource your life. I'm talking about running errands, booking travel, doing laundry. All that stuff feels productive, right? But it's like riding a rocking horse. You're in constant motion, sure, but you're not actually going anywhere.
You know, the pros, they use this concept from the world of top chefs. It's called mise en place. It's French for everything in its place. A master chef doesn't stop cooking to go chop carrots. No way. They have a whole team that preps everything so they can stay in their zone of genius and create the final meal. Your life should be exactly the same. You are the chef, so stop chopping the vegetables.
So, what can you get off your plate right now? Groceries and meal prep? Get a service. Scheduling and booking travel? Get an assistant or use an AI tool. All those little errands and even managing your inbox. Every single one of these low-value tasks that you delegate buys back time that you can then reinvest into high-value, income-generating activities. Stop trading your dollars for pennies.
And that leads us perfectly into pillar number 3, mastering high-value action. This is what you do with all that time you've just bought back. See, the goal of strategic laziness isn't to do nothing. It's to free yourself up to do the very few things that actually move the needle in a big way.
This chart right here, it just lays it all out plain and simple. On one side, you've got the busy professional. Their calendar is just slammed with reactive meetings. The lazy millionaire, on the other hand, has their mornings blocked off for deep creative work. The busy person goes to meetings to talk about doing the thing. The successful person, they make what Jeff Bezos calls type 2 decisions, the reversible ones, super fast, and they focus all their energy on activities that actually generate income. And the result? It's the difference between motion and massive value creation.
So here are the rules to live by. Default to asynchronous communication. That means an email instead of a call. If a meeting request shows up with no agenda, delete it. Simple as that. And you have to internalize that two-way door idea. Most business decisions are not permanent. You can walk right back through the door if you're wrong. So make them fast and move on.
So, we've covered the 3 core pillars: protecting your focus, outsourcing your life,
and mastering high-value action. But there's one final, ultimate secret that really ties all of this together. Think of it as the final step, the key that unlocks this entire philosophy.
And here it is. The real goal isn't just to delegate a few tasks. It's to build a system where you make yourself obsolete in the day-to-day grind. You know, great leaders aren't conductors who also try to play every single instrument. No, they build an orchestra, a system that can play beautifully without them being involved in every single note. Your job is to focus only on that 20% of activity that generates 80% of the results.
You have to let go of that idea that you have to do it all yourself for it to be perfect. This quote from Dan Martell just says it all. If someone else can get something 80% of the way there, that is a 100% win for you. Why? Because it frees you up to do what only you can do. Let go of perfectionism and start embracing progress through other people.
Which brings us to this one final, really powerful question. I heard a story about an entrepreneur doing $12 million a year in revenue who said she still felt guilty taking any time off. And it just makes you wonder, what's the point of it all? What number in the bank account, what level of achievement is finally going to be enough for you to give yourself permission to be free? Because that freedom, that space to think, to wander, that's where you're